Bubble.io and Webflow have emerged as two of the leading competitors when it comes to website design tools. Both of these tools have incredible lists of features, use cases, and their overall price is pretty affordable. But the question remains, which of these two website builders is right for you? There's tons of different website builders out there to choose from, but between these two, it seems like they're incredibly popular. The goal of this overall video is to figure out which of these website builders is the best, comparing things like price, ease of use, design features, and the technology behind them. We'll be going over all of this in this video, as well as some of the best ways you can get started with both of these platforms for as cheap as possible. Thanks to a host of discounts and special coupons that we have, so make sure you watch to the very end of this video so you know exactly what those are and how to take advantage of them. But without further ado, let's start by talking about the very first competitor, which is Webflow. When it comes to website design tools, most people value things like a drag and drop editor or a lot of features. Webflow has this in spades, and they have a host of very easy to use, intuitive features that you can start using to design your website. More specifically, Webflow prides itself on its no-code technology. What this means is that inside Webflow's designer, you could basically utilize a bunch of different features that essentially work as no-code options. These features create a premium, dynamic, interesting look to your website that actually feel pretty much custom coded, which is a big benefit considering the fact that a lot of website editors don't really offer this to you. Also, considering the fact that most website editors do look a little clunky, and the fact that most of these templates on these website designers are making most of the websites look pretty much the same. Because of this, you can truly make your website actually stand out. Keeping this in mind, Webflow has a host of different features that I'm going to show you how to utilize in this video. In order to follow along with me and obviously get the best deal possible, make sure to use the link down in the description of this YouTube video. Once you click that link, you'll be brought into a page that looks like this. Now, to actually get started with Webflow, if we look at the pricing, there are a few different pricing plans, but we can actually get started for completely free. This is an absolutely huge benefit considering the fact that a lot of other website designers will require you to pay upfront first before you can even design your first website. Thanks to Webflow's free plan, we can literally start designing our first 2 pages for absolutely free with no credit card required. As you can see, they do have quite a few other plans. The basic plan at $14 a month, the CMS plan at $23 a month, and the business plan at $39 a month. Each of these plans has their own drawbacks and benefits, but as the plans go up in price, the features become more and more plentiful. Also, keep in mind, we're currently on the build yearly option, which is how you're going to save about 22%. If you want to go to the monthly option, the prices are going to go up about 22%. So it's probably a really good idea if you want to save some money to actually go with the yearly plan. Also, these are just the general options. If you want to go with something a little bit more advanced, I'd recommend checking out the e-commerce options. As you can see on the e-commerce options, we're looking at about $29 a month for the standard plan, $74 a month for the plus plan, and about $212 a month for the advanced plan. For the sake of this video, we're going to stick with the general plan and just go with the free option just to show you guys how to get started. To get access to the free plan, I simply go to the top right here and click this button that says get started. It's free. Once I click that, it'll then ask me to enter in my work email address and then hit continue. Once I enter in my work email address, I then create a short password. Once I've entered in the password I want to create, I'll then hit the create account button. Once I've done all of this, I'll then be taken to this page where it's going to ask me for my first and last name. Once I've entered in those details, it'll then take me to this page where it'll ask me what I want to build my website for. I can either build it for my company, for clients, or for myself. For the sake of this video, I'm going to create it for myself. It'll then ask me if I'm a student. Once we answer that, it'll then ask me what type of site am I looking to build today. I can either build a business site, an e-commerce store, a portfolio, a blog, or an other type of website. I'm going to go ahead and build a blog. And then last but not least, it'll ask us if we actually want to hire somebody to help us build our website. For the sake of this video, I'm going to hit the no option. Once we've answered all those details, I'm then going to hit the finish button. It'll then take you to a loading screen, which will take a short amount of time to load, and then it will give us our first website. As you can see, it'll drop us straight into the tutorial, but for the sake of this video, we're going to skip the tutorial and hit the exit button. Once we hit the exit button, we'll then be taken to Webflow's website editor and the home page. The first thing we want to do is either choose between a blank website or a template. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go with a template because they're just so easy to use. You could choose from any of their hundreds of different templates that they have at their disposal, plus even more templates in their marketplace. But right now, I'm going to go with the basic business starter template. I'm then going to name my amazing website and hit create site. As you can see, this is the first website page that we're going to be brought to. This is the home page of the actual template that we ended up choosing. To actually edit any of this website, it's super easy and intuitive. Simply click on any of these elements you want to edit and double click them. As you can see, I can now edit this title and change it to say whatever I'd like it to say. Let's say I want it to be Kyle's super cool website, and boom, it's as easy as that. But let's say Kyle's super cool website needs to have a different font. In order to actually change the font, we'll head over to the right here with all these complicated looking settings. I promise they're not that complicated and we'll simplify them in just a moment. But all we simply have to do is scroll down here to where it says typography. We then can go to where it says Monstrat, which is the current font that it's using, and change it to any of these other fonts that we want it to have. I think for this one, we're we're going to go ahead and go with Open Sans. We then can change the overall weight of the font, the size of the font, the color of the font, and even the alignment. We also can go down here and change the backgrounds of any of this. We want it to be transparent or have a solid color background, and a host of other options, including the border and even effects. Now, overall, this is pretty easy to edit and move around. We can go over to the left here and open up our Pages tab, where we can see all the different pages of this website. As you can see, we have the About page, which obviously where you put the About information. And of course, they have a host of other pages like the Contact page, the Team page, and of course, the Home page. If we actually scroll down on this, we can even see that there's even more details on the Home page, and it's actually filled out a lot of these text boxes for us with the lorem ipsum text, which again is super easy to edit. We just double click and start typing away and type whatever we would like to type. Now, in my opinion, this is a very intuitive and easy to use process, and it's a website editor that I would definitely use on a daily basis to design my own websites. Now that we've given you guys a brief overview of Webflow, let's talk about its direct competitor, Bubble.io. Bubble.io has become increasingly popular in the last couple of years due to its simplicity and no-code features. We'll be giving you guys a brief overview of the features and running through how to get started with Bubble.io as well. Now, first things first, this is actually what is supposedly the world's first and only full stack no coding website development platform. What this means is that you can fully design any website with any amount of code or no code inside of this website without having to go to any other platform or third-party plugin. That's a pretty impressive claim, and we'll see if that actually is true as we go through and set up our account with Bubble. One of the big benefits about Bubble is its pricing. When we head over to the pricing tab, we can see that it's pretty much free to get started. There's also, of course, the starter plan, the growth plan, and of course, the team plan. As the feature list gets longer, each of these plans get more expensive. Also, just a quick note, we are on the annual option, which of course is saving you a bit of money. When we go to the monthly option, the prices do go up. On this channel, we always recommend you guys go with the annual option because that's the best way to save the most amount of money when you're getting started with any of these platforms. As you can see with the free plan, we're basically getting access to some basic features. Things like the development version, API connector, component library, one app editor, 50K workload units, and 6 hours of server logs. We're also getting access to things like the live app, custom domain, recurring workflows, basic version control, 175K workload units, and 2 days of server logs. With the growth plan, we're looking at about $119 a month, and we get access to 2 app editors, premium version control, 2-factor authentication, 10 custom branches, 250K workload units, and 14 days of server logs. And of course, with the team version, which is probably only meant if you have a very large company or a very established website, we're looking at about $349 a month. And for this one, we're looking at about 5 app editors, sub apps, 25 custom branches, 500K workload units, and 20 days of server logs. Now, for the sake of this video, and just to show you how Bubble actually works, we're going to go with the free plan. As you can see on the left here, we're going to hit the try free button. What's great about Bubble is they don't require you to put a credit card in, and you can get started for completely free with just an email. I'm going to enter in my email and create a short password. Once I've done all that, I'm then going to hit start building. The first thing Bubble will ask me is what I'm here to do. Am I here to build a website? Am I here to hire somebody to build a website? Or do I want to earn money by building apps for other people? Because this video is focused on building websites, we're going to pick the build option. Once we've done that, we then can pick whether or not we're pretty comfortable designing websites or not very comfortable or as comfortable as it gets. For the sake of this video, we're going to do pretty comfortable. It'll then ask us whether or not we want to explore our website building opportunities, we want to explore our planning opportunities, or our executing opportunities. We're going to go ahead with the exploring option. And then finally, they're just going to ask you where you heard about it. You could say that you heard about it on a YouTube channel or with the link down in the description. Before you actually get started building your website, you'll then have to verify your email really quickly. Once you've confirmed your email address, you'll then hit start building. As you can see there, what's really interesting about Bubble is that they have an AI powered tool that literally will build a website entirely for you, or an app for that matter. You can literally describe what you want to build and Bubble will build it for you before your very eyes. I'm simply going to say that I want to build a portfolio website for photography, and then I'm going to hit the start building button. It'll take a few moments to read my prompt and then generate what I asked for, but once it's fully built, we should have a fully built website or application that we can start customizing. As you can see, this is our photo portfolio website. It has a user sign up login area, a photo gallery, contact form, photo details page, responsive design page, and social media integration. All we have to do now is hit the start first build option. Once we've done all of this, Bubble will then take us through its intuitive design editor where we can design every single feature of this website or application on the fly. This whole entire feature set is so incredibly helpful if you don't know how to code, especially if you're somebody who's just getting started with web design as well. Now that we've talked about both of these web design tools, which do I think is the better option? In my opinion, I think they're both great tools, and it honestly just depends on what you're looking for and the types of needs you need for your web development journey. Whether you're building a complete application from scratch with no coding experience, Bubble would probably be the better option there. If you're somebody who's trying to build a fully functioning website, Webflow might be the better option. Like I said before, it really depends on your personal needs and what your overall goals are. Hopefully this video helped you make a decision on which of these two tools to use, and like I said before, to get access to the best deal possible, make sure to use the links down in the description. Also, remember, those are affiliate links and we do earn a small commission from each sign up. So thank you in advance for supporting the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new videos. Other than that though, I'll see you guys in a future video.